No one needed to hear that anyway.
No, they really didn't. They really didn't. I'm not apologising.
No.
We'll leave that there, and the listeners can just wonder what the hell we were talking about.
That's it. They can speculate what the hell just happened off air.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you what, unless I've counted wrong, I think this episode goes out on Christmas Eve. So that little mystery.
Does it?
So that little mystery is our Christmas gift to our listeners. Happy Christmas, everybody!
Hey. Merry Christmas! Or other holiday.
Yes, happy holidays.
Yes, happy holidays.
Happy Hanukkah, happy Kwanzaa, happy Huviyula.
And others that I'm sure we've forgotten.
Oh, there's lots, yes.
Yeah.
Yes, happy winter solstice. Right, so time of recording 1:30 has just gone out, so let's see, that was last night.
Next week is Caligula Quest Part 2, 131. Week after that is 132, and then it's the ones we've done today. So the first one we did today is the 3rd of December, the second one is the 10th, the one we've just done is the 17th, and this one is on the 24th.
Yes. Now, we're saying like the 24th, like a Saturday. It's actually 1 minute to midnight on the Saturday. So
it's actually Christmas.
It's actually, if you're listening to this, because we're more than a minute in, it is now Christmas Day.
We're the first people to wish you Merry Christmas, maybe.
Maybe, hopefully so. You'll certainly be the first people to wish me Happy Christmas, because I do have a habit of, like, as soon as it drops on a Saturday night, I'm there listening to it. It's great.
Yes.
I have a feeling I might be the only person who does that, but it's fine.
I keep trying to do it, but I can't listen to my own voice.
No, that's understandable.
You get used to it after a while.
Darren's the same. Darren's the same.
So, everyone, give me a Christmas tradition.
A Christmas tradition. Forcing your extended family to coexist in a small room and having a massive argument.
Every year?
Most years. No, we don't do that. So because obviously I work in theatre, Christmas doesn't really exist for me. Christmas, as far as I'm concerned, is just a day off. Because there's no shows on Christmas Day, and usually by that point I'm just destroyed anyway. So I'm very grateful just to have the rest. Go on.
I was going to... No, go on. Carry on.
Yeah, certainly a tradition that sprung up for me over the last few years is my parents bringing me Christmas dinner that they've had, and they sort of say me something and they bring it over. And I open the door looking very tired, and I take it and I wish them Happy Christmas, and then I close the door and then I eat it and I fall asleep again. That's Christmas for me.
Yeah.
So my dad was born in Germany on British-owned soil, so I was very much raised with a mixture of British and some German traditions. So particularly one that very much used to be presented to me as more of a German tradition was being able to open a gift on Christmas Eve.
Yes.
And we tend to have Stollen quite frequently. And decorating the Christmas tree last out of everything. I believe is another one. So my Christmases are a bit of a blend of multiple traditions, which I've always loved.
Stollen and Apfelwein. Love a bit of Apfelwein.
Well, I would say to ask Fraulich Weihnachten. She always sounds so aggressive, I think. But
it's not Fraulicher, it's Fröhlicher.
Fröhlicher.
Fraulicher, I think it's probably something to do with woman. Frau is woman.
Might want to stop there.
Oh no!
That wasn't where I was going with that.
Where it went. Definitely where it went. Oh, dear. But no, I can. So Christmas Day, I can definitely sympathise with Dom because I work very, very hard during December. It's my busy time of year, and Christmas Day is usually my day off. I don't know if I'm going to be off this year on Christmas Day because I'm waiting to hear if I've got a job in a London hotel on Christmas Day. That would be very, very, very well paid. It'd have to be. But I'm waiting to hear on that one. So, but generally, my tradition is, even though I'm knackered, is I have Bucks Fizz for breakfast with smoked salmon and cream cheese on toast, followed by sherries in the morning. I have my big Christmas dinner. I always do 3 different meats. I do a gammon, chicken because I don't like turkey, and beef, and like all the roast veggies, including sprouts. I love sprouts.
Yes.
I do roast potatoes and mash. And I do a cheese board, and it's just me on my own, but I do all of this. I have beers, I have like ales during the day. I'll have wine with the meal, red wine with the meal. There's a lot of drinking for me on Christmas Day. That's my tradition. I get drunk. And of course, my big Christmas tradition every year was that I would watch the Doctor Who Christmas special, but they've turned it into a New Year's special now, which I think is lame. I liked my Christmas Day Doctor Who's.
That's pretty lame.
Pretty lame.
Well, my tradition for Christmas was so my parents would never agree on what music to listen to on Christmas Day dinner because you've got to listen to something.
Yes.
So we settled on the George Michael Ladies and Gentlemen Greatest Hits 2 CD album. So we listen to that every single Christmas. So it's very much Christmas music to me. The first year that I was not at home for Christmas and I was with my partner and his parents, you know who died on Christmas Day? George Michael.
George Michael, yes.
And I carry that shoulder of burden of guilt that I caused that to happen every single Christmas.
On a similar vein, I feel guilty for the death of Lemmy Kilmister from Motorhead. Because he died on Boxing Day, 27th, around that time. But I vividly remember being at the pub the night before it happened, and the conversation came around to sort of aging rockers and stuff, and we were sort of talking about how Keith Richards is immortal, all that sort of stuff, and I piped up and said, do you know who else is immortal and who's never going to die? Lemmy Kilmister. And then six hours later, I got a message from one of the guys I was at the pub with going, Lemmy died. And I'm like, fuck. Oh no.
Quick, buy a lottery ticket.
That's it. But I tell you, speaking of traditions, there is one tradition that we have all not done so far, and that's the intro to the podcast. Welcome back, listeners, to Tales from the 20 Side, a Pathfinder 2nd edition Let's Play podcast. My name is Dom, and I'm your GM for this game and for many others. And I'm joined by Stu.
Merry Christmas.
I'm joined by Amy.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. And I'm joined by Asta.
Happy holidays, everyone.
Happy holidays indeed. Well, welcome back, folks. God, we had a bit of an exciting time last week, didn't we? What happened?
We did some stuff. We escaped from a tower falling that we caused. We were successful with our plan.
You were.
And we're currently back at the base camp of secrecy while we're resting from said escape.
We've reunited a happy couple.
You have indeed.
And that's the end of the story, because journeys end when lovers meet.
Yeah.
It's Shakespeare.
That's very true. Very, very true. So yeah, what do we think? What do we think's going to happen next, folks? Well, obviously, you guys are all beaten
destruction.
up. Death and destruction. Yep, pretty standard.
Yeah.
Chaos.
Maybe some money involved in our future, hopefully.
I definitely foresee Ryden hiding in a room with heart palpitations. That seems likely.
Yeah. Some stabbing. All of these things will definitely come to pass.
I think we're just going to wander over to this hut. We're just going to drop our things in the cauldron, and we'll go to the Winchester, have a pint, and wait for it all to blow over.
Wonderful.
It's
That
all going
sounds
to be
like the best
fine.
plan.
Baba Yaga's going to turn up and get rid of the Grinch, and yeah.
You didn't need that doll that you left behind, did you?
No,
Good.
I've got 3 more.
Okay. Why do you have so many dolls?
Well, everyone's got to have a hobby.
Okay.
So we had a friend whose daughter was trapped inside a doll that tried to kill us, and then later on we found lots more of these dolls, but they were inanimate. But my guess is that they were being prepared to store the souls of children. And Alwyn decided to take 4 of them with him.
That's a pretty safe guess. Like there were indeed 4 dolls on this shelf, and there was space for a 5th, so that's a reasonable assumption.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, Alwyn took them with him.
Okay.
And yes, and that doll that tried to kill us wore a blue dress as well. So yeah.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
It's a good job Ryden didn't turn up with a black dress, not a blue one, because he might not have believed her otherwise.
Alwyn has severe PTSD with the colour blue. He can't ever look at the sky again. There we go. Awesome. So that's about 10 minutes of intro done. I think it's time we got back on with the game. What do you reckon?
Sounds good to me.
Perfect. I'm just going to get rid of a whole bunch of tabs that I had left over from last time, because although you did eventually explore some of the tower, there are still some things you didn't see. But that's all gone now, so I can get rid of those.
I'm kind of glad. We were close enough. Well, I was certainly close enough to being killed as it was.
Just think of what you might have found, though. All those millions of gold that were just hiding in the tower. They're gone now. They don't exist.
We're not in it for the money, are we?
No, we saved a bunch of kids' lives, so that's good.
You did. You did save a bunch of kids' lives, and also somebody else as well. But yeah, so with all of that said, we jump back in. I'm going to assume that basically you've had a night's rest. But actually, with the way we ended last time, is there anything Ryden wants to do before she goes to bed?
Think about her life choices. And I think she might very briefly have a look round for a cloak, a hooded cloak, so she can conceal herself a bit better.
Yeah, I think
she has a very ostentatious appearance, and I think that might have caught up with her slightly.
Easily enough to do. You ask Solvig for a cloak, and he's more than happy to provide you with one.
Amazing. And then at that point, just go to a area where she can rest and have a very restless rest.
Yeah. Absolutely. Okay, so the evening passes without incident. You all you have a night's rest. Alwyn loses the fatigue condition. You get spell slots back, you get daily abilities back, and you restore hit points equal to your level times your con modifier.
Okay, so cool.
So once you've done that, you rouse for the day. Obviously, I imagine some of you are still a bit bloody and beaten up, but probably feeling a damn sight better than you were a night ago.
Yep.
For sure.
Yeah. And as you all wake up in the morning, you all start to rise and come to breakfast and all that sort of thing. So I will turn it over to you guys. What do you wish to do?
Well, we've got a plan. Do we want to just get started with the plan, or do we need to do anything first?
Well, I want to get everyone healed up to full strength, but I need to wait a little while till I feel a bit stronger. I'm fairly sure, give me another few hours and I'll be able to start healing people up.
So the fatigue condition has gone, meaning you can start on you can start on medicine. However, enfeebled is still there, very slightly.
Yes, it's the enfeebled I'm thinking of. Oh, I can do medicine, can't I? Yes.
Okay. So basically, as you all come to and you come out for breakfast, Solvig once again catches up with all of you. I won't go into a massive conversation with him because I don't feel like I need to. But basically, what he will tell you is that when you're ready, just to set off one of those flares, and that will signal to the Iron Guard to start their little uprising. However, he will also tell you that once you set off that flare, that is the point of no return. You need to make sure you are completely ready for what you're about to do before you do it.
Right. Well, I'm just going to start going round doing treat wounds on 2 people at a time because I got ward medic.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Have you got continual recovery, Owen?
I think I have, actually. Yeah, that rings a bell. Yes, I do have continual recovery.
Yeah. So that means you can do 2 people every 10 minutes rather than every hour.
Yes. So I am just going to do it at DC 15, and my medicine is plus 13.
Okay.
So yeah.
So
basically, I just want to keep going round until everyone's up to full strength.
Yeah. So just use assurance just to succeed. I tell you what. I think just to save rolling a million dice, I think that takes up the most of the morning. By the time it gets to midday, you've managed to make your rounds around everyone, and yeah, I'm just going to say that everybody at this point is now back to full health.
Yay!
Fantastic.
That pleases me.
Right. And by midday, am I still enfeebled?
Do you know what? I think this all happened close to midday anyway. I can't remember. I wasn't really tracking time properly. I need to do better with that. But I think it was about midday that you enter the tower and have these encounters. So yeah, I think just as you finish the last of your rounds of healing, you feel your breath properly return and the strength comes back to your body, Alwyn. So you can use the condition.
Excellent. I'm hot to trot.
Mm-hmm.
So where do we need to set off this firework thing?
Well, we need to be in a position to go, right? So we probably want to be out.
Oh yeah, I mean, so Solvig chimes in. Oh yeah, I mean, at the very least, you're going to need to be outside. Like if you set it off in here, it's not going to do much more than piss a few people off.
Okay, wasn't there a table with a map on it or something?
Yes, one of the large dining tables had been basically turned into a makeshift war table.
Okay, so using the map, can I see anything that looks like a vantage point that would give us a good view of where we want to go to and to see what's happening, while also letting off a thing without clearly giving our position away?
Okay, so looking at the map, Della, you know that, well, you certainly know that the Logovich's clock tower was the tallest point in the city by quite some way, which is the reason that the dragon was using that as its sort of base of operations, as it were. You look at the map of Whitethrone, and you know that the city itself is kind of built into a natural depression. Like, if you lifted the city up and just had the earth beneath it, there would be almost a bowl shape, sort of leading into the centre. So, in terms of a vantage point, a good place to set off the flare. Just give me a society roll.
While Emmy's doing that, it sounds like the city is twinned with Bath.
A little bit, not quite to that extreme, but a little bit.
I did not roll super high. I got a 15.
Okay, I think a 15 would certainly tell you that one of the better places to set it off would be more towards the edge of the city, more towards the walls, rather than in the centre.
Let's get to the walls.
However, you know, there's a number of districts that kind of border the walls. There's numerous places that you could go to set this off.
Okay. Well, we'll have to pick one and go there.
So somewhere to the west.
That one. And I point at one.
So yeah, you look off to the west. You point to a section of the city that you recognise. Across to the west, you have Porcelain Street, which is kind of almost a shanty town, a kind of an industrial section of the city that's just within one of the walls. Also to the west, you have the Howlings, which is where you originally entered the city through. The place predominantly home to winter wolves and that kind of thing. Bordering both of those, there is a district known as Frosthall, which is a slightly more upmarket area. But basically, to the west, you've got four options. You have Porcelain Street, which is this kind of manufacturing area. The Howlings, which you'd originally entered through. Frosthall, and there is also the Merchant Quarter. The Merchant Quarter, what I will say, I think you spent in it enough time here. The Merchant Quarter is the place where you can move around most freely. And also it's reasonably close to the market square itself, which is where the hut is inside this forest.
Merchant Quarter sounds good. What do you think, Ryden?
Well, probably somewhere we can blend in easier, so that we're not spotted while going about our business. I'm happy to follow your lead.
I think that's absolutely a good call, because we are kind of Whitethrone's most wanted at the moment. Yes. What do you think, Della? Merchant Quarter?
Yeah. Is that near an exit to get outside. I thought that doing it outside the walls might be better. No, or would they not see it outside the walls?
I mean, potentially, you don't know how high these flares rise.
Okay, let's stay.
But certainly, to answer your question, the merchant quarter borders with the Howlings, which is where you originally enter the city through. However, you know that there is an unofficial Winter Wolf checkpoint on the entrance through the wall.
We want to be inside so that we can be responsive and move in to the hut as quickly as possible.
The hut's on the inside of the walls?
Yes.
Okay, I thought it was outside the walls for some reason. Right. Yeah, I mean, if it's right next door to the merchant quarter, then that's probably where we want to do it.
Well, I think the hut's in the centre of the city.
To remind you of kind of what's going on, because it has been a while, you know that when Elvana launched her coup, as part of that coup, she captured Baba Yaga's dancing hut, which is an artifact of great power that Baba Yaga uses to travel the plains on a whim. When she captured it, she put the hut on display in Whitethrone's Market Square, which is in the Merchant Quarter.
Yeah.
A few days after the hut was placed there, a thick forest sprung up around the hut, and has now encompassed basically the entirety of the Merchant Quarter itself. It is suspected that this is some form of defense mechanism from the hut itself. And in addition to so the whole reason you were instigating this uprising is because since that forest sprung up, the Winter Guard basically formed a cordon around the forest. They weren't allowing anyone in or out of it.
Yeah. So we want to do it in the merchant's quarter, somewhere where we can get easy access and quick access.
And basically, if you speak to Solvig about what's going to happen when you launch this flare, Solvig basically says as soon as you launch the flare, there are pockets of the heralds and also of Iron Guard scattered around the city. When that flare goes up, basically they're going to launch a full-scale uprising across the city, with the intention of distracting the Winter Guard and allowing you a chance to get inside that forest.
Plan made.
We need to be absolutely sure we're ready, because we're only going to get one shot at this, and a lot of good people are going to die to give us this chance.
Okay, what else do we need? We've got all the things for the thing.
We've got the things for the thing.
Yeah. We've rested. We're at full capacity.
Yeah. Has anyone seen Amos?
Amos has come to breakfast with you all. He's been sat quietly in the corner, sort of nursing his leg a little bit. What I will say is, as part of the rounds of healing you were able to set his leg and get it back to working order. Basically, as part of the little mini combat I ran for him, he suffered a crit, and the effect was severed tendon. So until that was healed, his speed was reduced. But with the medicine that Alwyn's managed to administer, you've managed to fix that. You can see he's sort of been quietly keeping to himself, just basically stretching and making sure he's ready for what's about to happen.
Going to go to Otto's room as well, and give a knock and see if there's any sign of Otto.
Yeah, you knock on the door. There is actually, So you do hear the sounds of someone moving around inside, and you hear the lock sort of click and rattle, and the door creaks open. You see Otto standing there, sort of in his not quite in his night clothes, but he certainly doesn't seem to be ready for a day of going anywhere. And he looks.
Yes, what is it? Oh, Alvin, it is you. Good to see you.
Yes, hello. How are you? You've been quite busy.
Yes, I heard. I've heard that you managed to get rid of that fucking dragon.
Yes. We're going to go off and do the next part of the plan. Are you feeling up to it? Are you...
I'll be honest with you, Alvin. Right now, no. That dragon was a bit of an eye-opener for me. Ever since I met you and Amos and Della, we have been lurching from danger to danger. It's really given me a few things to think about, I suppose. So, I think, for the time being, I've been talking to Solvig a little bit, and I know what he and his people are going to do. And I think, for the time being at least, I'm going to stay here with the heralds.
Right, yes.
I know you are only doing what you thought was best, but you almost get me killed, Alwyn. I think I need some time to process that.
That's fair enough, and you know what? Keeping the herald safe here will be good work. And yes, well, you keep safe, take care of yourself, and and Otto.
Yes, Alvin.
Happy holidays.
Fuck off!
And he slams the door.
Okay, well, that was rude.
That's Otto.
On Christmas Day as well. Head back to the others. Yes, Otto's not joining us. He's not feeling up to it.
Okay.
But it's fine because Ryden's here and can do miraculous things.
What about Amos? Does Amos want to come with?
You know me, always up for a fight.
Yeah.
He cracks his neck a bit.
Don't do that. You'll give yourself arthritis.
Oh, that's a myth.
It's a myth or a hit.
All right.
So are we ready?
Right. That's well. Let's take some precautions before we go. I think it'd be a good idea if we wear big hooded cloaks, so we don't draw attention. Oh, like Ryden, yes, head of the game there. Well done. Yes, let's all get hooded cloaks like Ryden.
Yeah, that's easy enough to do. Again, you ask Solvig, and Solvig can supply you with those. That's not an issue. As you're doing so, he sort of says, I take it this means you're about ready.
Yes.
You're all patched up. You're feeling good about yourselves. You got everything you need.
Yep.
We're all patched up. That part definitely. Feeling good about ourselves, as good as going to get. I think got everything we need. Well,
You got any of them +5 swords?
I'm afraid to say I've only got a +4 sword, and that's mine. I'm afraid. No, I don't have anything like that. I'm sorry.
Well, if you don't ask, you don't get.
We'll get a striking rune on your rapier though, at some point.
Well, we're going to the merchant's place, so we could do some shopping first.
Oh, is that blacksmith that we were dealing with previously in the merchant's quarter?
I think he's in the Midden. I think I said.
Yes.
It's a different district.
Yes.
Well, that's fine. I mean, I'm all right with what I've got.
And that's fine because I haven't got that very, very special metal that we need.
No.
Still don't know where to find it.
Anyway.
Yes, for that very, very special sword that I need. Need that very, very, very special metal that we can't get anywhere, it seems.
Are you talking about the broken longsword you had?
Yes.
It wasn't a metal you needed. Well, no, it was a metal to fully restore it. But just to remind you of what was said, Norska, who is this blacksmith, he did say that although he probably wouldn't be able to fully restore the blade, if you could bring him certain gemstones, he might be able to restore a little bit of power.
Oh, that's it. There were two very specific types of gemstones.
Yes, it was 2 pieces of carnelian and a diamond.
Carnelian. That's what I'm thinking of. For some reason, I thought it was an ore.
I mean, there's kind of 2 stages to restoring this sword. Basically, what Norska said he can do is, if you can get him the gemstones, he can restore some of the magic power that sword has. Because did I tell you what it was?
You did. Which I wrote down on a piece of paper, and if you could see my desk, which is like
covered in bits
thousands of pieces of paper, but you did tell me.
Because I will remind you. He informed you that this was a broken blade of Helios, and Helios was a great Iomedean hero from hundreds of years past who led crusades and all that sort of thing. And Norska basically said that basically there were kind of 2 stages to fixing this sword up to be usable, because right now it's just a +1 dagger, basically. If you bring him the gemstones, he can restore some of the blade's magical power. And if you can find someone who can work sovereign steel, they may be able to fully restore a sword.
But you'll need the gemstones first.
First part, that carnelian, which is we can't get hiding a hair off. Can we, Amy?
Yeah. Don't know.
No. Right. Okay. Yes. Let's go then. We're as ready as we're going to be.
Let's do this.
All right. Well, so as you sort of turn, Solvig reaches out a hand and just sort of stops you. Look, I don't know what's going to happen in the next few hours, few days, few whatever. Forgive me for being a little sentimental here, but just in case this is goodbye, and I don't expect it will be, seeing how capable you've been so far, but just in case it is, I want you all to know how much I appreciate what you've done for us here, how much you've done for the common folk of the city in the short time you've been here. And he offers a hand.
Owen will take his hand and pleasure's all ours. Well, mine. I won't speak for the others, but
he grasps
good.
He grasps you in a firm sort of Beastmaster's handshake. Where he grabs your wrist, Owen. Very, 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 very firm shake, and he says to you, "May the Everbloom bless your progress, Alwyn. Keep your petals bright and your thorns sharp.
And may Caden Callian always keep your cup full and your company fun."
Well, certainly been fun already. Maybe we can share that cup someday. Good luck, all of you. And don't worry about Otto. I'll talk him round. Once he's feeling better, I'll make sure he finds a way to catch up with you.
Yeah, just put him near something flammable. He'll be fine.
All right. And with that, leaving the shrine of the Everbloom behind you. A bit before you all leave, Ryden, you've been very quiet. Is there anything you wish to do?
Ryden is just very carefully keeping to herself at the moment.
Yeah.
Probably eyes constantly scanning surroundings and keeping an eye open for the woman who approached her the night before.
Yeah.
Just
So
in case.
as you're looking around, you don't see her for most of the morning, and in fact, you don't catch any glimpse of her at all until this moment where you're about to leave. And Solvig wishes the party well, and as you're turning to leave and make your way out of the shrine of the Everbloom, out of the corner of your eye, Ryden, you catch, stood in the corner, sort of veiled a little bit by the shadows, you see the woman you'd seen the night before. Her hair is sort of cropped quite short, almost in like a pixie cut. And as you meet her eye, she gives you a nod as you turn to leave the shrine of the Everbloom.
Sort of immediately look a little bit shifty, but give a uncertain nod back and hurry out.
All right. So you make your way out into a city of Whitethrone. As you exit the shrine of the Everbloom, you find yourselves in what is really quite a miserable day. The clouds, where they were sort of a bit lighter the day before, they have redoubled in thickness on this day. The sky is a very dark grey, and rain lashes the streets as you step out into the chill wind. And you can see that you immediately feel as you step into the streets, there is this nervous energy about the streets. There is a buzz that wasn't there previously. You see patrols of Winter Guard moving to and fro. You see citizens going about their business in a very hurried manner. There is an almost palpable tension in the air, as though the city itself knows that something is about to happen, but they don't know what. What do you guys do? What do you guys do?
Just keep going, because
Trying to look non-suspicious, like we're out on an everyday stroll to the merchant quarters.
So you're going to the merchant quarter to set off this flare.
Yeah, that's what we agreed, wasn't it?
That's it. So let's have a stealth roll, please.
Yeah.
I mean, even Alwyn realises that grabbing some random passerby saying, "Why is everyone looking so shifty?" would not be a good idea. 18 for Alwyn.
18 for Alwyn.
27 for Della.
27 for Della. For Ryden.
Natural one.
Point.
I used it and got another natural one.
Oh no! Dice are betraying you.
That's two sessions in a row that's happened to you.
Yeah, normally it's nat 20s, so
I think your dice are weighted.
The wrong way.
Yeah, it's obviously shifted because you've rolled too many 20s.
yeah, I'm going to change that d20.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
I'll swap them with you so I can use them on Star Trek, because that's inversed. Ones are brilliant.
Ones are good on Star Trek. Alright, so as it's Ryden with the critical failure there. Ryden, please roll a d12 for me.
Oh dear.
Is that a d12? No, that's not a d20. That's a d12. There we go. That is a 3.
A 3, okay. So, Ryden, as your group is making their way through the city, perhaps this nervous energy and your experiences in the shrine are getting to you just a little bit. And you're nervously looking around. You're, your companions notice that Ryden looks obviously unsettled as she's moving through the city, and you all become aware as you start making your way through the Merchant's Quarter. I think Della has the highest perception. Is that correct? What's everyone's modifiers?
I'm on 12.
That's higher than me.
What have you got, Ryden?
9.
Right, so Della notices this as you're moving through the streets of Whitethrone in the direction of the Merchant Quarter. Della, you start to notice that you've got a tail. Your little group, they're being quite low key. They're being quite incognito, but you can see that they're sort of having fallen in behind you. At first, it's 2 members of the Winter Guard, 2 humans dressed in armor. A few moments later, you continue down another street. You glance back, and there are 4. You glance back a third time, and they have been joined by a frost troll. And then, as you come round into the market square properly, and you can see the this forest and this cordon ahead of you. You see, stepping out of the alleyways, on either side of the road, you see 2 mirror men appearing in front of you. And as these 2 mirror men step out onto the street, one of them stands very deliberately in your path and raises a hand. And all of you hear in your heads, halt there, present papers.
I will gladly present papers to you, sir, and I will grab my papers.
Alwyn will get his papers out as well and realise with a horrible sinking feeling, oh shit, we don't have any papers for Ryden.
Ryden will pull out her own papers.
As a citizen of Whitethrone, she already has some. Exactly.
Oh. Phew.
You hand over. So yeah, you all pull out your forged papers that you received a while back, and you present them. So Della's leading the way here. You present your papers to one of the mirror men.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. It reaches out a hand and takes them from you. Holds them up to its mirrored face. Holds out a hand towards Alwyn for his.
Yes, he'll present papers.
Okay. Once again, the mirror man takes it, looks at it, keeps hold of it. You see, it puts them with Della's and holds on to them. Holds a hand out to Amos. Amos does the same. Holds a hand out to Ryden.
I hand them over.
Hand them over. Okay. As you watch these papers are being scanned, the mirror man takes all of your papers, scans them individually, but keeps hold of them. And in your voice, you all hear in your head, you all hear this telepathic voice that says, once again, enemies of the crown and traitor to Irison. Your cooperation is noted and will be reflected in your sentence. Submit to arrest.
Della stabs the mirror man.
And that's where we end for tonight.
Tales from the 20 Side is a Feagle Films production in association with Juicy Falls. Music by Alexander Nakarada and editing by Stu Jackson. Find us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram and Discord by searching Tales from the 20 Side or by visiting talesfromthe20side.com.
If possible, using surprise attack.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens when we roll initiative next time.
Next year.
Next year, indeed.
Oh, shit.
Happy Christmas, everyone.
Yeah.
Have a lovely, juicy cliffhanger as your present.
What did Santa bring you? A bunch of fucking mirror men.
Oh, no.
Oh, wow.
I don't want to wait.
Unfortunately, Amy, you've got to go in literally 5 minutes. I mean, we can go longer if you
true.
really want.
No, that's true. That's a good place to end it.
That's the only reason I ended that there was because I know you've got to dash off.
Yeah. But no, that's a good spot.
Well, no, we don't want to start a combat like 5 minutes before the end of a recording. That would be...
Adela disagrees. That's the best time to start a combat.
Should have been good in the Spanish Inquisition.
I don't know about that.
Nobody expects the Spanish Inquisition.
I'm burning that dice.
Yes.
But hey, drama.
Yeah, like the drama.
Failure is just a reason for a good story.
Wow.
And the mirrormen are definitely scary.
I mean, they're not... Della's watched a Caligny punch one to death, so is she that scared?
That's why she stabbed one. She's like, oh, the Caligny got this. I can do the same. It's fine.
You also watched one of the Caligny make the mirrorman into like a cat that was attracted to light on the wall.
That's it.
Yes, that is one thing.
I mean, she also saw Caligny run face first into a mirrorman's sword, so...
Yeah. Temper expectations, maybe.
Oh, no.
No, well, we have, as a party, obviously not riding, but we fought a mirrorman. And he didn't go down easily.
No. And now there's two.
Now there's two.
But we've got Ryden here who can just lift up the ground and throw it at them. And it's fine.
Make it disappear.
Yeah.
Make its head explode.
So overconfident with our ability now.
I feel like Ryden has set a bit of a unwanted precedent here.
Yeah.
She's
been too
peaked.
good.
She's peaked far too soon.
Oh.
Well, come next year, it'll only get better.
Yeah. Here's to 2023.
Yeah.
It's got to be better, right?
Yeah.
Right?
How many years we've been saying that now?
Yeah. Too many.
Well, yes. Happy New Year, everyone.
Yes. Hope it's a good one.
Now that's next week.
Yeah, but people won't hear us until next year, so
That's true. That's true.
that's a forward wish.